Alright, I was having a discussion with some of my buddies today, and it just had me thinking about things and decided to make a video. So, a lot of people blame God, saying God is evil because of all the suffering in this world, and they don't ever look at the decisions that man has made. God has gifted us free will because He doesn't want a bunch of robots. He doesn't want beings that are obligated and forced to love Him. He doesn't want to force His love on us. So He gave us free will so we have the ability to choose for ourselves whether we want to follow Him and, accept His love for us. So again, let's go to that free will. Okay? Man has free will. We have been given a gift of free will. Now, back before Jesus came, all were under the law. One of the reasons that Jesus came is because man could not keep the law on their own. The law was the tutor. The law was the tutor. When Jesus came, He saved us and paid our debt that we owe. He paid. Okay? So that means with His ultimate sacrifice, our sins, past, present, and future, are all covered. We have been perfected by grace through faith. Okay? Now back to that free will thing again. If you look at humanity and you see all the decisions that man has made, when I say man, I'm involving like all human beings. When you see all the decisions that man has made, they've warred over lands. There was an experiment that an artist did where she stood still and let people do whatever they wanted without her moving. That's a prime example right there, if you look that up, of what man chooses. The Bible reminds us that man's heart is wicked above all else. Another example. In the beginning, there was Adam and Eve, and I really hope people have made it this far, because I'm just like blah, blah, blah. Anyways, there was Adam and Eve. They were told, one tree. Don't eat from one tree. They had all the other trees. Lots and lots of trees that they could have eaten the fruit from. But they listened to the serpent because they wanted to be like God themselves. They chose to eat from the one and only tree that God told them not to eat from, and thus causing the separation from God, the fall of man. The world became broken. We make decisions for ourselves. And a lot of decisions that we people make, let's be honest, are not the best decisions for ourselves or for others. So we've got to stop blaming God, saying that God is evil because of all the suffering that's happened. A lot of the suffering has been caused at the hands of man. Okay? A lot of suffering has been caused at the hands of man. When I read the Bible, when I first started reading it, I didn't understand anything. But as I'm reading, I see the actions of man and God disciplining them for the actions that they chose. Or God will provide for them so many things. And then they gripe and complain because they say God didn't provide enough. So just some things to think about. Thank you if you made it this far.